We're back. It's Super Auto Pets, and we're tired of losing. This is it. We're on the paid pack going for a win. I don't like how that's working out for us so far. You know what? We can keep double ants into a bird. Save me the ant. This is going to get interesting. We are the untouched ears. We're going in. So I gotta be honest with you, it's actually been a little bit since I played. I did a bit of mobile stuff just the other day when I was at D&D with some of my buddies, and I gotta be honest with you, I was getting my butt handed to me. They were not very good runs. I gotta be honest. But it's okay. It's yet another bird. Do we believe in 3 birds? 3 birds working on combining an ant. There's a beetle. It's not worth it. We will end our turn though, and give that bird an immense amount of strength. +3 strength at the end of its turn is kind of nice though. That beaver's something to be worried about though. How dare you, my bird? I'll take that. Cool. This means we get to take out everything here, and ends up being a draw. If we had some honey, it would have been a win, but that's okay. Tier 2s are on the field. We can go ahead and combine everything, or no, we'll combine our ants. It's happening. Excuse me. It's happening. Give it some honey. Roll. I don't like it. Freeze the pill. Buy food. Gain +1 attack and HP until the end of battle. I don't think it's going to help us. I think we roll one more time in hopes of something else. Not quite what I'm after. Though a hedgehog might end up being a nice save right there at the end. Alright, Pupper's going to start stacking. It's got immense strength right off the bat. Untouched ears versus the nasty dust bunnies. My bird! Oh, that's nice. I think we win. We win. B. Oh, I love it. Oh, I do love it. Alright. So I kind of want to continue to stack the power of our dog, right? I don't know if the ant is going to be helping us for much longer, though. So I think we're going to pill the ant. Please go to the dog. Wow! Let's go with the swan. No. Yeah, let's go with the swan. And we're going to have them lead. I'm realizing that if we put the hedgehog in the back, all the birds are going to buff the hedgehog, and that's not what we want. So we're going to go with that and roll. We can afford to give an apple to the dog and end our turn. That way it continues to stack, and there's the extra attack damage. Oh, man. Our swan is going to immediately take out their bird. One of our birds is about to be taken out. It continues to be the same one every time, and I continue to feel bad for it every time. We win. We win again. The power of the pupper. And the bee. The bee that follows the pupper. Ba-bam. Tier 3s are out on the field. We get some extra guild. So I think, as nice as it is that we have honey on the dog, let's start something else there. I do want to keep the stacking power of the dog going, but a bat is just way too difficult to pass up on. So we're going to combine our bird, move it back 1, and put the bat on the field to get some weakening going. And our pupper will continue to stack. We still haven't seen another puppy. To be fair, we now have the availability to start seeing puppies. Would have preferred that on the worm, but it's whatever. Our bat's going to take out the worm, and then our pupper is going to have more than enough HP to not enough HP. Just kidding. The ant buffed the owl, and that ended up in a draw. That's okay. Alright. It's time for faster stacking. We could go for a caterpillar, which would then reap all of the benefits from the puppy when it fully levels up. That's definitely worth it, man. That is definitely worth it. But then we gotta lose the bird. I think if we're going to lose anything, it should definitely be the bird to start the next phase of stacking. Put the caterpillar on the field so it can start doing its thing. We need something else here to be decently strong enough to continue. Sell the swan. I think the deer is going to be nice because it'll summon a bus and it'll get its chip damage in. And I gotta be honest with you, let's lose the bat in replace for the sheep. If it doesn't work out, freeze the snail and the garlic because we definitely want the buff. I could have spent one more gold on a reroll, but that's okay. We definitely want the buff on the Dogi. We need that to escalate as much as possible. So the deer will perish and summon a bus. The bus is going to live through a hit and knock out those two, and it's only going to summon them, and we'll knock them out. Take them out, summon some of them. Hey, I much prefer that. You're going to get an attack buff. It's not going to matter. Our Dogi's way too strong. Perfect. Perfect. That is yet another smiley. Tier 4s are on the field, and our caterpillar is starting to gain some damage. I don't like our choices here. I much prefer the amount of chip damage that we get in with those two. Though I would prefer more to be happening, I guess. So if we gave garlic to the caterpillar, would it maintain that garlic through leveling up, you think? Let me roll. Friend bot gain +1 attack and +1 HP. That's only when a friend is bought, though. I mean, we can try it, right? Why not? Sell the sheep. Purchase the buffalo. We're going to accelerate the pace of the caterpillar. This is definitely not worth it. We can't afford to garlic because then we wouldn't have enough money for the pupper, so we can roll. I think I like the idea of a rooster more than I do a deer. We're going to freeze it, and we'll freeze the other garlic as well. Roll one more time in hopes for something good. If we find a pill, at that point I'd like to unfreeze the garlic. And the rooster. I don't think we're... I don't think I'm thinking with all of my head on that one. Okay. That's a strong buffalo. A level 3. Okay. Well, I mean, we're gonna end up taking you out. We're gonna get in some chip damage there, and then our pupper is going to have enough HP remaining to seal the deal. Cool. Very cool. You're gonna be scary in a few rounds. I just so happened to come across you when you were still just a weak one. Okay. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna roll. I love it. I guess that doesn't count, huh? There it is. That's what we needed. We can give the melon armor to the puppy. You have a level 3 bird. Mad respect. We'll get in some chip damage. And then our puppy's gonna have to put in a lot of work here. It's not gonna be enough. Because the melon armor is gonna go on. Oh wait, we pierced through the melon armor. Nice. Another smiley. We're grooving. Tier 5s are out in the field, and you are now 1 level up away from level 3. So you will very soon be copying the stats of our pupper. Okay. So sell the deer. Purchase a turtle. He gets a buff. Do we give the melon armor to the puppy or the buffalo? I feel like the buffalo's not gonna stay. I like the buffalo, but I feel like he's not a great addition to the team since he requires us to be purchasing things. But the puppy is staying for sure. So, well... no. Take the melon armor. Roll. That... it's awful. It's just awful. There's nothing here that I'd like to purchase to be a part of the team, though I would like to freeze a pair and roll. Now this is much better. We lead with a scorpion. You get a buff. End our turn, so you get a buff, and then gets the buff from the hatchling chick. And our caterpillar will be a butterfly on our next turn, which will be the moment of truth. Damn, where do you guys keep getting all these level 3s? So that's a guaranteed knockout. Melon armor's gone. Here's some chip damage. There's enough to get a trade, and this is an unfortunate loss. It's okay, it's our first one in a very hot minute. Perfect. It'll transform into a butterfly. So, sell the scorpion, purchase the snail. Everyone gets a buff. Sell the snail. I don't like our choices, so let me roll. Summon a level 1 tier 6 pet. It could be anything. That's 3. We'll have 5. Purchase. We have 2. You get a buff. And we'll end our turn. You continue stacking. You continue giving a buff. We're going to have a 38-27 butterfly. We might want to switch the position of... okay, well that's going to suck. It does get rid of the garlic armor. Good to know. But now everyone has the weakened effect. I'm gonna end it up drawing with you. Worth it, honestly. Ah, now you guys have melon armor. Ah, but you see. Brain. It's a draw. It's a draw. Good save. Okay. Things are looking a little different now. 80%, 50, what? 50% of attack to a random enemy. It's powerful, for sure. But is it worth it? Let me swap the position like this. And we're going to do it. We're going to open up like this and sell. Then we're going to purchase. Grants a buff. Sure. Grants a buff. End turn. So that stacking continues and you get a buff. So our now transformed butterfly will be a 40-29. That is a very powerful worm. How dare you? Yeah, that weakening effect sucks. Didn't get to live through that because of said weakening effect. Summons a beat. And we lose. But just by a little bit. If our pupper had just a little bit more HP, it could have been a win. Okay. We are horrified. We're not getting good animal drops, dude. Let's continue to upgrade the pupper and roll. It's a nice upgrade, but it's not going to help me. Let me freeze it. I'm upgrading the pupper because that'll upgrade our caterpillar more on our next turn. And roll. Seriously, these options are bonkers. Freeze the garlic and turn. Grants a buff. And we've just got to be hopeful. Honestly, we got really, really lucky in the early game, and then it all just kind of fell apart towards the end here. 50 damage to someone, knocks out the turtle. I love it. It's just something we don't have to deal with. Yeah, that sucks. Because that's going to knock all of us out. I'm going to do some damage to you. And then you're going to come back and summon another one. Lucky. We're going to pierce through your melon armor. And we're going to take the win here. Strong puppy. Very, very strong puppy. Yes. 6 wins. Why? Okay. So here's what I think, right? We would need 2 slots to be open. And it's only +1. We could upgrade? Really? Okay. Hold on. What can we do with this? If we sold both the leopard and the hatchling chick, we could buy a dragon and a pig, and it'll grant everybody a buff. And it will buff the buffalo more than once. But that means we would be losing on a +5/+5 on our puppy. And in turn, the immensely powerful caterpillar that will be a butterfly when it transforms. It's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. I'd rather roll in hopes of something better. There is not something better here. There is a sushi, though. That could have been worse. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've missed you. Buff. And we're crossing our fingers. We're pretty late into this run, so I'm not going to be surprised if we've got a really strong team. It's a really balanced team. Oh my goodness. Thank you. That was scary. Alright. We're okay. We're okay for a second. Hold the phone. We're not okay. Hey, congratulations. You just had a really stacked team. Does caterpillars count as a friend bot? No, it just gains experience. I don't think that's how that works. Hey, 6 wins on the paid pack. That's pretty good. Run it back. One more. We've got time for one more. Especially because that was a really long run. Ant, beetle. We can go ahead and do a mosquito. Why not? Let's not freeze anything. This time around, we are the wet bagels. Don't you just hate soggy bagels? Depends on what they're soggy with. Now, hold on. I know I just lost your attention on that one. They're soggy because you dipped them in the really good soup. Also, if that would have buffed the beetle, would have been a win. 50-50 chance unlucky, but still a draw. Mosquito. Let's put you in the back and the bird here, so it'll grant a buff, and you can have some honey. Grants a buff to all shop animals in the future. Just kidding, no it didn't. I would like to continue with our bluebird strategy. I felt like that gave us the attack buff we needed. Just very, very early in the run. I don't think we ever saw a buffalo in the last run either. There are these animals that are required of you to get a win, and sometimes you're just too unlucky to find them. Buff goes to who? I'll take that. Because at least that guarantees the kill on those two. Don't buff the beetle. Actually, that's okay. So we're gonna hit you, then we're gonna trade, and then we summon a bee for the win. Very cool. Very, very cool. Tier 2, combine, place, combine, roll. I hate it. We could pill the spider for a tier 3 if we wanted to. Let me freeze it. Well, there's the pill. Do you have any bluebirds, any mosquitoes, or any ants in stock? I see you have a surplus of spiders, ladybugs, and crickets. Moist streamers. No comment. Grants a buff. I'll take that. There was no way we were gonna take you all beforehand, so I'll take. Wow. That was actually really rough. I changed my mind. I hated that. I hated that round. There is still no room for choices here. So what we're going to do is combine, place, pill. I'll take that. Forget about it. Pig. Roll. Love it. Buff. Freeze for sure. We can freeze a Gilgamesh. And end our turn. Grants a buff. We're going in. Slowly but surely. Gilgamesh will slowly stack. Nice puppy. Also nice triple swan. I haven't seen one of those yet. I'll take that. It's a trade. Hard bonk. Summon some rams. Gets the finish. Not enough to kill them, so that's going to end up killing us. And then we don't have nearly enough HP for that one. Rough. Next tier. You're just not good. I don't know how people make you look so good. We're going to try and figure it out. Doge. So, if I understand this correctly, yeah, I'll give that to you. That's what we were looking for. Sure, why not? Generous. Very generous, actually. That's a huge setup for next turn. Of course, this relies on us winning. If you hit my dog with that weaken, I'll cry. All right. That weaken effect really sucks, though. I don't think it actually affected it that much. Grants a buff, doesn't matter. We get the trade, summon some 2/2s, and you get a buff. Honestly, I like that you gave yourself HP rather than anything else. God, we just need more HP on you, don't we? Alright, we're down to our last life. It's getting scary. Alright, so what do we need to do? If we're gonna walk away from this, we need to sell... Wait, how can I get all of this to happen? We need 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. We would need to sell both the ant and the bird to get the full 13 we need to get everything here into our pocket. Which I don't think is worth doing. We can sell the ant. I'm okay with doing that. Buy the turtle. Grants a buff. Why don't we push Gilgamesh up here so he can have the melon armor? since he's strong enough to take it. We're going to hold off on pilling the turtle for now. Not interested. That garlic armor, I don't think anybody really needs right now. We'll work on buffing the dog. We'll freeze the garlic, though, as it is pretty powerful. Freeze the sheep for sure. If we can get another one of those, it'd be great. Okay. We need to win. If we lose this one, then it's just a really unlucky run. And really lucky for them. Yeah, that's a really powerful fish. Grant's melon armor. Really? You could have buffed anyone else, you know. That's a loss. That is a unfortunate loss, because they're only going to do 1 damage, and then the fish is already way too strong for our dog to be able to handle. Hey, good on ya. Good on literally everyone we just fought, as you guys got incredibly lucky. Where we did everything we could and couldn't get a win out of it. Alright, let's try again. Let's try again. We gotta make this one quick, though. Gotta make this one speedy quick. I say that and then I just take my time. We are the adorable baguettes. Sticking with the theme of bread. Not who I wanted you to buff. It wouldn't have been a win anyway, but would have been nice if you buffed the beetle instead. Fish, you're a cell, right? Don't care. Place. Freeze Gilgamesh. We're getting a tier 2 ant next turn. Not interested in that. Freeze for sure. We can work on it. End turn. Yeah, we're just going. I want to shove everything here into the field. I want to get tier 3 animals too. Rude! Trade summons a cricket. Buffs the beetle. Love it. Our ant's going to be strong enough to take out a few of them. Buffs the fish. And we're strong enough for a win. Awesome. Awesome. But we gotta go. We gotta be fast. Not interested. Combine. Combine. Hatchling chick is pretty cool, I suppose. Put you guys on the field. Save that. A swan's pretty nice. Unfreeze the beetle. Freeze the swan. Buff the pig. Oh, the sideways caps. You top deck a dog! I can't be mad because I did that too just a round ago, but, you know, people are just better than me at dogging. It's okay, our pig is stronger than your dog. Good job, Gilgamesh. Good job, Gilgamesh. This is huge. Everybody gets a buff. Incredible. It's gonna have to be you. Really? I mean, at least they stand a chance now, I guess, but to you? We don't really have time to think about it too much. There's nothing here for us to pill anymore. Grants a buff. We need some stacking power going. I put the caterpillar on the team expecting to find someone who stacks, but haven't found anyone yet, and neither have they. I'm so sorry. The game can be rough sometimes, you know? So we're 1 damage short of being able to take you out immediately. It's okay, our hatchling chick is shockingly strong enough to handle this. And then you're only doing 2 damage to the caterpillar, so we do, in fact, survive. Okay, next tier. Good upgrade. Let's combine, roll. I hate everything here. Combine, awesome, cool. Not quite what I wanted, but cool. If we're gonna do anything, it's gonna be sell the fish to put the deer on the field. And then I think I am just going to commit to finding the right animal we need to save the day. if we find a pill. This is a familiar combo. Who else has seen that before? It's us. Or any of you that actually watch these. And have either listened or actually watched through all of them. Our friends were talking to me the other day, like, yeah, Kyle, of course we'll watch your videos of a mobile game being played on Steam. And I'm like, hey, fun games are fun. They're over here dissing when I have fun. They play Valorant. Most of you would disagree with me. I'd get flamed for that, probably. Okay, so the worm is the stacking power that we need, unfortunately. So we can sell that and get the worm in here. And we just need to give the worm as much food as possible. We can start with garlic armor. Oh, boy. Like, I want to have the blowfish on the team, but we seriously need to start getting the stacking potential out here. And that's perfect. That is exactly how we do it. I want the blowfish to work, but I don't think this is going to be the run to do it. We actually, no, we can definitely do it. We just need to commit to it. We would just need to commit to it. Freeze. We're not looking at pilling anything. Grants a buff. And we just need to start laying in all the food to this worm. This worm is going to be our only saving grace. If you weaken my worm, I swear to goodness gracious. That literally had no effect. So, thanks. Gets the trade. You get an attack buff and some HP, which is unfortunate because that means you will take out my worm. Our hatchling chick is going to come in and do not too much. We lose by 1 HP. You must be joking. 1 HP? It's our first defeat, though. Don't get too upset. Just our first defeat. No biggie. So, the deer's nice. Sell the swan. Snail. Everybody gets a buff. Sell. Snail. Everyone gets a buff. Sell. Let's do this. And put the blowfish in. And then we're going to give the pear to the worm. Grants a buff. Roll. Working on a level 2 deer is going to be great. And we just got to keep going. The worm is getting stacked very fast. Adorable baguettes versus the sticky fingers. Unfortunate. Grants a buff. Gets the trade. Gives melon armor to the Dogi. But we get rid of it. And then our worm is going to go to town. Our worm is in fact going to end them all. Perfect. We have a really strong hatchling chick, I've just noticed. Our hatchling chick is actually strong enough to handle things. Work on combine. Give the pair and roll. Okay, but we could have it now. You know? Let's do it. We have it now. Buy tier 1 pet, give current and future shop pets, not worth it. End turn. Let's keep it up. So now our caterpillar is going to transform into a 2119. So close to the 2319 that we're looking for. So your caterpillar is only going to transform into the 910. Knock us out. Grants a bus. Ooh, the 4 damage kind of hurts, but we're fine. Yep, that's going to kill the hatchling chick. We're fine. Knocks you out. Knocks you out. It's going to kill them, but our butterfly is now strong enough to handle that. Cool. Very, very cool. Hey, that's 6 wins again. We don't like anything that's here, but we will pop this for the future and roll. This is not helpful unless... What if we got 2? Please hit the worm. You're a blessing. Hey, a rhino is really, really good. We might be able to make something happen there. That's all we can do for now. We are going to work on 2 butterflies. We don't have too much of an opportunity to do it, though. We're definitely committing to this, and it's gonna be rough. So we just gotta be hopeful about it. Someone's a bus, get some chip damage in. Then our worm is gonna go to town a little bit. It's not gonna be enough there, but that's okay. Our hatchling chick's actually gonna get a trade. Our worm will unfortunately perish, but our butterfly is stronger than theirs. Awesome. We're going in! 7 wins! Sell, purchase. That goes to you. Grants a buff. Roll. You've given me a fine addition to the team. This is incredible. Couldn't have asked for anything better on that one. Nothing else that we want there. End turn grants a buff. You get a buff. We need some chocolate out here, dude. If we could get some chocolate, our buffalo... No, not our buffalo. Our worm will just be the right level that we need him to be. Knock you out. Grants everybody a buff, making that turtle strong enough to actually survive a hit. That's a level 3 turtle, though, so all of them now have melon armor. We're gonna knock you out. You're gonna knock us out, just barely. And we're gonna trade with you. Uh-oh. It's okay. Ooh. It's not okay! We were too strong! It actually pierced through your melon armor and did damage to you. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Buff. Roll. Combine. Buff. And turn. Gotta be fast. Gotta be fast. We're hopeful. We've got our fingers crossed. We're immediately perishing to that. Ouch. Strong beetle, but we take it out. Grants melon armor, but we're gonna get rid of it immediately. Do some damage. You take us out by 1 HP! Unlucky. So we haven't seen another worm in a hot minute. Acceptable. I hate this. Let me give garlic armor to you. Roll. Freeze the pizza. Roll. I hate it. Roll. Where is the chocolate? Where are the buffaloes? Where are the worms? Buff. Buff. We're 2 rounds short of an extra butterfly, but hey, this is also this was a really good attempt if we are to perish. Yeah. Good for you. Immediate perish. We're going to 1 HP. We draw. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. It's just a draw. Still at 7 wins. There's the chocolate. We did it. We actually got it. Huge buff. We love it. Roll. Melon armor, though? No. Bigger upgrade. Freeze that. It's critically important. End turn. Grants a buff. Grants a buff. Now those two... What do you mean something bad happened? I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I'm not afraid. And we're gonna take you out. 1 by 1. Knocking you out the park. How dare you with the splash damage? We're gonna pierce through it a little bit. It's a draw. It's okay. We take it. We'll take the draw. So the melon armor is really nice. And I think we're gonna give it to... Let's give it to the worm just so he gives himself a buff and roll. I do like garlic armor, but there's no one here to give it to. Roll me again. Nobody here needs anything here. I hate it, but we'll go ahead and give pizza. One of them hits the worm. It's incredible. It's a miracle even. Freeze the pizza and let's move. Grants a buff. Grants a buff. We've got a stacked team on our side here. Our baguettes versus the bagels. You also have a stacked team. You're copying the power of the cricket in the back. Where did you get a 44-34 cricket? That's incredible. Melon armor goes away. Those two have melon armor. We're gonna knock you out. Aww. Ah. Hey, but it was a really good run. They just had an infinitely stacked team. There's nothing we could have done against that cricket for sure in the back. The 2-2 definitely would have ended us. But hey, thanks for watching. It was the final. Can you believe it? Season 1 of Super Auto Pets is over here on the channel. It will return in the future at some point, but we're going to go ahead and move on to a different project. What's the project? You'll just have to wait and see. But again, thanks for watching. Check out the other Super Auto videos that should be showing up in the playlist right around now. Subscribe for anything new that's coming in the future, and I sincerely hope that you have a good one. Gilgamesh retried, but we're moving on.